Hello students, good morning and I welcome again to this class, and here you can see a figure which is showing that how transmission of nerve impulse is taking place. So this is a very important portion and I thought to explain it as in a simple way. So as you seeing here, the axon end is being shown. So this is the axon terminal. So message or impulse pass through this axon only, as you are all aware of. So this is the terminal of axon. So it looks like synaptic nerves. Why I am saying synaptic? Because there has to be a junction, right, between one neuron and another to the nerve impulse to be transmitted. So this junction is called the synapse. This is clear? So there has to be a presynaptic neuron and a postsynaptic neuron for the transmission to take place. Transmission of what? The nerve impulse. So what we will see that how this transmission is taking place. So axon terminal we are seeing. Now in the terminal, what are these synaptic vesicles? So synapse is the junction. There can be two types of synapse. One is electrical and another is chemical. Synapse दो तरह के हो सकते हैं, एक तो इलेक्ट्रिकल और दूसरा केमिकल. तो इलेक्ट्रिकल साइनैप्स जो है वो बहुत फास्ट ट्रांसमिशन कराता है और ये बहुत रेयर है मैमल्स में और इंक्लूडिंग ह्यूमंस. इनवर्टिब्रेट्स में ज़्यादा पाया जाता है इलेक्ट्रिकल साइनैप्स, through which the electric current is transmitted through a single axon very fast, faster than those through the chemical vesicles, chemical synapse. जहाँ की साइनेप्टिक वेसिकल्स हैं, वेसिकल्स में क्या है, न्यूरो ट्रांसमीटर्स हैं. तो अब जो ट्रांसमिशन होना है वो कैसे होगा? जब इम्पल्स एक्सॉन एंड तक आ रहा है, टर्मिनल एंड तक पहुंच रहा है, तो इन द जंक्शन व्हाट विल हैपन, देयर इज अ गैप आल्सो between the two neurons, between the presynaptic membrane and the postsynaptic membrane of the postsynaptic neuron. ये दो membranes contact में आएंगे, can be in a very close contact, but there is always a little gap. एक gap होता है जिसको synaptic cleft बोलते हैं. तो इलेक्ट्रिकल साइनेप्स से तो डायरेक्ट ट्रांसमिशन हो जाएगा फ्रॉम वन न्यूरॉन टू अनदर, लेकिन अगर केमिकल साइनेप्स है तो वहाँ पे क्या होगा, न्यूरो ट्रांसमीटर्स है जो कि केमिकल्स है. न्यूरो ट्रांसमीटर क्या है? केमिकल्स है. सेरोटोनिन, नॉरएपिनेफ्रिन और डोपामिन. ये तीनों का क्या काम है? ये तीन जो या कोई भी इसमें से न्यूरो ट्रांसमीटर्स क्या करते हैं, ये जो है साइनेप्टिक क्लेफ्ट में रिलीज हो जाते हैं. जब रिलीज कब होते हैं? जब इम्पल्स नर्व एंड तक, एक्सॉन एंड तक पहुंच चुका है. व्हेन इट हैज रीच्ड द एक्सॉन टर्मिनल, देन दिस न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर्स आर रिलीज्ड इन द सिनेप्टिक क्लेफ्ट, एंड व्हाट दे आर डूइंग इज they are helping in the transmission of these impulse. They are combining, fusing with the plasma membrane these chemicals, and they are binding with the receptors here. रिसेप्टर जो कहाँ पे है? पोस्ट साइनेप्टिक मेम्ब्रेन में है, इन द पोस्ट साइनेप्टिक न्यूरॉन. जो दूसरा न्यूरॉन है उसका जो मेम्ब्रेन है, पोस्ट साइनेप्टिक साइनेप्स के बाद जो मेम्ब्रेन है, जो टच में है, जो कांटेक्ट में है, वो वहाँ पे ये क्या हो रहा है? फ्यूज हो जा रहा है और ये रिसेप्टर से कंबाइन हो जा रहा है. These neurotransmitters. So they are passing the impulses to the receptors because they are fusing with the plasma membrane and they are combining with the receptors in the postsynaptic membrane. So this combining of the neurotransmitters with these receptors are leading to what? they are leading to the opening up of the ion channels. जो ions जो actively participate करते हैं ट्रांसमिशन में, the positive sodium ions, potassium ions, ये सब जो actively involved हैं in the transmission, as we have seen in our last video. So these channels open up and the ions start being involving in the transmission, as we have seen how these sodium ions are there at the outer surface in the resting stage of the fiber, and then they are pumped in. They are there's an influx of the sodium ions inside in the and they're depolarizing the inside of the nerve fiber from the polarized state to depolarized state, and then again the sodium ions are pumped out, so repolarization takes place. So like this action potential is generated, or this impulse is generated. So same thing happens here when the neurotransmitters in a chemical synapse, they combine with the receptors in the postsynaptic membrane, and these ion channels open up. So this entry and exit of ions start taking place, and the action potential is generated, which is also known, called the impulse. Right? So these things are there in the NCERT book also, student. You just go through them very, very attentively. Will understand this phenomena very clearly. The new potential developed may be either excitatory or inhibitory. So both kinds of action potential can be generated, but this is how the combining or binding, this binding is taking place. The neurotransmitters are binding with the receptor cells of the postsynaptic membrane. So this binding is resulting into the opening of the ion channels, and then the polarization, and then depolarization, and then repolarization is taking place, and action potential is generated. Right? So like this, the impulse is being transmitted from one neuron to another. ओके, तो यहाँ पे हम इस टॉपिक को अभी बंद कर रहे हैं, और इन माय नेक्स्ट वीडियो आई विल अगेन कम विद सम इम्पॉर्टेंट portion of this chapter. Till then, goodbye and thank you very much, students. God bless you all.